Hey, good morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm 2 minutes late. Oh my God. I hope that didn't turn you off or nothing. I hope you're there. And I'm really looking forward to talking to you this morning on Facebook Live with Entredot. I'm Bill Warner, as you probably well know. And I'm doing something different today. And it probably joggled your understanding of what I've been doing in the past and why am I doing something different right now. Well, I'm actually putting this Facebook Live program out over my personal Facebook account, the Bill Warner Facebook view of me, the Bill Warner page, however you describe this. Where previously I put it out over the Entredot business page, which is, of course, attached to my account. So I hope that didn't confuse a whole lot of people. I hope, in fact, it brought me more people to take a look at it that they haven't seen me live before. But I'm learning. I'm learning how to do this, and I'm learning what the right venue is for doing this. I suspect it's the Entredot page, since this is all about Entredot, and I just got to do a better job of marketing, I guess, to all the other people I know. But look, this live broadcast, as others, I then turn right back around and turn it into a video. This is being recorded, of course. I'm publishing this out over Ecamm, which is the streaming platform for the Macs of the world. I've had a Mac for years. But anyway, this will be also published in a few hours on LinkedIn, Twitter, and back onto my Entredot business page as well, since I've published it here already on the Bill Warner page. All of the videos that we have been doing, and I'm about to announce a brand new series, hold on a minute, but all these videos are on our YouTube channel. It's called the Entredot YouTube channel. So if you would, please consider subscribing to the Entredot YouTube channel, and you'll get notification every day or two of some new video that we've got there that might be interesting, might be interesting to you. So I urge you to do that. Please subscribe. And there's places you can make comments and suggestions, and I'll respond to them as well, as we do here today as well. Right online, you can ask me questions or respond with your ideas. So let's get on with the broadcast. Advertisement and explanations are over. So we're starting a brand new series of videos, and I call them Entrepreneurship in Action. What the heck do I mean by that? Well, I want to address the needs of people who are thinking about being an entrepreneur themselves and what their needs are, and try to address them in a series of videos. There may be 6 to 8 of these over the next couple of weeks. I make this up as I go along. I got some idea what I'm going to do, but I haven't named them yet. But anyway, this new series starts with the subject I call of readiness. It means, what does it take to really assess for yourself? Are you ready to be an entrepreneur? People contemplate entrepreneurship at various points in their lives, all the way back to kids in high school. I've seen this happen, and college students. More likely, they're people that are mature, way beyond college. They've got jobs, and what we often see are people that say, "Look, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and it's always on my mind, and I'm really interested in doing it, but I don't know how," and that kind of thing. Those are the kinds of people we help. But this first video that we actually published, the readiness video, yesterday. I'm just talking about it here today on this live broadcast. So it's there on our YouTube channel, is this subject of readiness. And it starts with, how do I put it? I call it, you got to have backing for your dream, if you will. Backing. I thought that was a pretty good word. And the first part of backing is that you've got a passion for what you're about to do. This is something that is more and more occupying your mind. You're thinking about it daily. you're talking to people about your passion, your idea, and what you want to do as an entrepreneur. I hope you're talking to all the right people that can advise you in this. So, this passion that you have for it is something that has to last a long time. It's got to be a lasting passion. Because here's why. If you go ahead and start a business and you have the bumps in the road, the ups and downs of running a business, sometimes it might feel like your business is going into the you know what because things aren't going well. Sometimes it's so bad that the only thing you have left is your passion for doing what you're doing. Really. And it will keep you going. Passion is something it's got to be there. It's evident as hell. There's no question about it. If somebody asks you, do you have the passion for doing this? You don't even hesitate. Of course I do. Yes, I've thought about this for years. I really want to do this. If it's a hum and haw kind of answers, well, I think I want to, or, geez, I thought about it a lot. This is be an interesting thing for me to do. That's a no. You don't have the passion because you don't act like you have the passion. So check out your passion for starters. It may be a shortcut to, if I don't have the passion for this, why am I even talking about it? Let's get back to work in the great job you have and serve the needs of your family accordingly. But once you've gotten by, there's no doubt in my mind, I have the passion for this. Well, then let's get down and real about this. You've got to have a premise for this business. What the heck is it anyway? You want to be in business? Well, what business do you want to be in? Well, there's a way to think about that. So, and we'll have a video on this, but the premise of a business basically is you have a really significant need out there in the market somewhere, a need that you're going to fulfill. And that need could be a problem being solved, a great opportunity that nobody else sees, only you, that you're going to spring on them with this great invention or innovation that you're going to be coming out with. It could be a social cause, and you're starting a nonprofit to serve the needs of certain needy people. All those are viable approaches to purposes, that is, for a business. But you're going to get a little bit deeper into the specifics of what this need is that you're going to fulfill. And then you're going to think through, well, how am I going to fulfill it? What's my solution to this problem? Or what is this invention and what does it do for people? Or how am I going to satisfy these social causes or social needs that exist that I'm going to go after? So you think about those two things, the needs that you're going to fulfill and how you're going to fulfill them. And then you go on and think about, well, how am I going to be the best at that? Who will buy it? How will I make money at this? All of these are valid questions that you want to answer. But the basic premise is you're serving a need and you kind of know how to do it. That's a premise of a business. And when I use the word, that's what I mean. The third thing that is going to have to be true about you is that you are committed to this. You're committed to this in lots of ways. Personally, to start with, you're committed to your friends, you're committed to your family, you're committed to your potential business partners. There's a lot of commitments you're making because you're going to involve a lot of people in this over a period of time. But you're committed to the premise, you're committed to your own passion, but it's got to be visible. Thank you. Thank you, Jim Roberts. Good advice. He always calls me sir. I'm not sure why. I used to be in the military. I used to be an officer. Maybe that's why. But hi, Jim. Welcome. Glad to see you. But look, you got to have this commitment that is going to carry you through. And then the next thing is, if you know me and been around me a lot, I use the word focus a lot. And I've done videos, they're titled, you'll find them easily on my YouTube channel. Just search on the word focus. And some of the videos are entitled Focus, 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 because it's that important. And that is, When you establish the premises of the business and you're confident about it and you're committed to it, you're going to stick with it for some period of time. I got to say it kind of ugly. You're going to stick to it until your face caves in. It was wrong. You got to be focused on something else, but not till then. You know, what happens with entrepreneurs is they get advice from people. Sometimes good and sometimes not so good. I should talk. I'm one of the people that advises startups, so watch out for me and people like me. You got to be committed to your purpose, not mine or anybody else who's advising to you. You stay focused on it for a period of time until you know otherwise that this premise for your business and the manner in which you're going about it just is not working, and you'll make a change. You'll, as I was starting to say, your friends, your business associates, mentors, advisors, whoever you talk to for advice may throw other ideas at you, and keep in mind that those are ideas that they have. You should listen to them. You could and should listen to them and decide for yourself, am I going to do anything about what they just suggested? And quite frankly, if it diverts your attention from the basic premise of this business that you set out to, you probably are not going to, and you're going to handle it very nicely and say, well, thank you very much for that idea. I want to think about that. I'm going to stick on the trail I'm on at this moment, but we won't go that direction at this time. But keep on giving me your ideas. You don't want to shut these people down. That gives you contrary advice to where you're headed, because sometimes they'll have a good one. You're the one that sorts it out, though. So you're not taking orders from these people. You're not obliged to agree or do what they tell you to do. It's your business. But you don't want to destroy a relationship with some really good people because they like you and they want to help you. And that's what they're trying to do when they give you advice. So you stay focused, though. Enough on that. Hey, now, here's the biggie. It takes money to start a company. You'll read all sorts of articles that say, start a business over the weekend. I chuckle when I read those, the advertisements for those kind of programs. And, well, let's get together for a 48-hour smash up together and we'll come out the other end and have a business we're going to be running. That's kind of nuts, I think, because I think a lot of thought has to be put into a business and a lot of contemplation on your own part has to be done for you to actually take this on. But it does cost money to start a business. Depending on the kind of business, it could be a few tens of thousands of dollars if it's predominantly a services business. If you're making something like a device that requires manufacturing and injection molding and foreign manufacturers and distribution into this country from their country and on and on and on. You got to warehouse it here, and you got to have a fulfillment channel this could be hundreds of thousands of dollars before you're done and get your business launched. So realize it does take money, and do your own assessment of how much you're willing to invest and how much others may be willing to invest in your business. So the financing of a business is a wholly different subject. I have plenty of videos on that, and some of you are looking at this now are remembering that I blather on endlessly on how to finance a business. The next thing, though, that's really important to you is that you've got a team of people that you can rely on that are going to work with you. I'm talking about the team that will be working with you in this business. They would be co-founders. So sometimes, and perhaps more often than not, 2, 3, 4 individuals are getting together, all having complementary skills, having the same passion, by the way, and all these other characteristics that will join with you in starting this company. Have a team like that. There's an extended team in this kind of thinking. That is, there is going to be all sorts of other business associates that you're going to have to be working with. It You can very early on start identifying who's going to help with marketing, who's going to help me with sales, what attorney do I need? Oh, I'm going to need an accountant. And the list goes on of lots and lots of people you're going to be involved with over a long period of time. You need to really think through who they should be and who you should be relying on. Let me do the big one last. I already said some of the others were kind of big, like passion, for example. Here's a biggie, though. Is your family behind you? Have you talked this over with them? Do they understand what you're about to do? Do they understand that this is going to cost money? Some of the money may come out of the family. This is going to take a lot of your time. You know, you're saying goodbye to a spouse. You're going to be working, that's your 40-hour-a-week job. And you can take trips on weekends, and you've saved up a lot of money for your Maui vacation. You're going to be working 60, 70, 80 hours a week, more like 60 or 70. 80 is pretty extreme. You can't withstand that too long. But a lot of your time is going to be spent on this. It takes time away from your family or other friends and relatives that you meet with regularly or enjoy spending time with. This is a major commitment for an entire family. If you got a spouse and a couple of children, wow, that's a big deal. They should understand what's about to happen to your life and theirs as a result. So there you go. A lot of this was covered in the video. I've covered some other things here on this live broadcast that were helpful to you. This is a very, very big decision, and you need to do all the due diligence that's necessary for you to be ready to be an entrepreneur. And to get some help on this, by the way, Entradot has what amounts to be an Excel spreadsheet that poses, I think it's like 40 questions or so. It's kind of fancy. It gives you, it's a yes and no questions, and it gives you a little sentence or two on what yes or no means. But I'd be glad to send it to you if you just email me on bwarner@entradot.org. Most of you probably already know that. Or text me. You probably have, most of you have my contact information. You can find it all on LinkedIn and my profile there. I'd be glad to send it to you and talk to you about what your answers really mean. See if I can help you assess your own readiness. So with that, I've run now for longer than I expected. I'm 20 minutes into this, and I promised to do this more like in 15. But I'm already seeing some responses here. I'd love to have the assessment. Please tell me more. Tell me who you are, and give me some contact information, or I'll look you up on LinkedIn as well. So another comment here is it really that dire? Didn't use the word dire. Is this really that awful? I think is the way this person is describing it. All I'm trying to say in this video and others is that this is a serious undertaking by you. This is not a lemonade stand in front of your house like I did with my kids way back in the early days of their lives. This is a very, very impactful thing on you, your family, and you've got to have the right mindset and the right focus and the right team and all of these things I've talked about in order to be successful at this. I'm not going to bore you to death with the failure rates of entrepreneurs and early stage companies, but it is large. And the reason for it is that they're just not prepared. They didn't realize how hard this is. So with that, I'll leave it with you. I'm Bill Warner with Entradot. Have a great day.